Go and look at what happened at this level on the 15th of October between 66, 62 and 58. That becomes important. So basically what it means is, if I break this down, what it means is there were sellers at this zone. So I'm going to label that for later on because it does get important. So over here, there were sellers. And the reason there were sellers is because buyers were in pain. So all you need to do as a trader is just keep that level on your chart. You don't have to remember the price. You can just keep it on your chart. So when you come to the charts, you know that the best trades are going to come from this level. So most of your time is just spent, being patient and waiting for that level to be hit. That's it. Also, this level down here was also significant. This was a very important. In fact, I think this level is the reason we're at an all-time high. I'll explain why. So this was a discounted level as well. So what we're going to do is we're just going to continue to play price on a little bit more. And keep an eye on this level. The one where it says sellers because buyers were in pain. Just keep an eye on it. So if we take a look at last week Friday, not this Friday past, the last week on Friday, this was the New York session on Friday, a critical zone actually, in my opinion. We can see the market really heavily rejecting this zone. It was reacting to this zone 3 times. So just as an extra fun activity, you can go and see the order flow, and what you'll see is you'll see sellers failing, which means that passive buyers were in control. Good activity that traders can go and do. Again, notice how we're in discount. And in terms of pricing, it was at the weekly opening price. It was at the daily opening price. So I didn't like the price action that day. I'll be very honest with you. But the level is different from the level is different from what I'm saying. This level holding on the 17th of October is the reason we're at all-time highs now. Because I can tell you something. If we had broken this level, this was the last area of demand, right, or support, whatever you call it. If we had broken below here, we would have actually been on very bearish territory. So I think that level was super important, I think.
So at ATAS platform allows you to go like a few weeks back and look at historical order flow?
Yes, so I think on the 15 it allows you to go back like 3-4 weeks. On the 5 minute it allows you to go back 1 or 2 weeks.
That's wonderful.
And also you can use footprint charts on TradingView, which I don't have on this, but you can go back and use it on TradingView as well. Okay, so this was this week now. So on this week, let's just break a couple of things down, right? This week was also super important. And also, I forgot something as well, just to quickly break something down. Again, for those who are following in October, what you'll see is that there was a good zone over here. Who remembers this zone? There was a sell-off over here, 7th of October. It was a flip area. Amazing, beautiful flip zone, right? So we came into this zone over here like this. Again, ATAS platform, study this zone, right? This zone was also critical as well. So this zone was from 93 to 89. And what you'll notice is throughout last week, there were opportunities coming from this zone, right? The Trump dump happened from this zone. The reason I'm bringing this up is to show you that where we dumped from, that tariff thing, it wasn't a complete coincidence because we already had sellers in control here. Then we had buyers stepping over here. Then we had sellers over here. So when we came back to this zone, okay, there was an extreme fair value gap over here, 15-minute fair value gap. We tapped into this. The sell-off happened right over here. Now, I'm not saying you can use order flow to predict huge moves like that, especially one that happened at 10:57, a very random time to predict any moves. So I'm not saying order flow can predict moves like that, but it's not a coincidence that once we had our levels, by the way, which came on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday held, it's not a coincidence Friday sold off from that zone. It's just the power of levels. And even if you have a level and you don't catch a trade from that level, it doesn't mean you just disregard that level, especially if it's got order flow backing it up. You never disregard that level. The reason why I say that is for this reason. I'm going to prove it to you this week. So we're just going to continue to play this on, and we're going to understand how this week, I think was it Philip that caught a short from this level this week, but this level was created on the 7th of October. So it's just interesting how it held for another week and it served us. It served its purpose. So now from here, right, we have our two levels like this. So we have sellers in pain down there, and we also have buyers in pain down here and buyers in pain over here.